All right. So you guys, welcome. It is Tuesday. I don't even know what date it is. I just know it's Tuesday. I think it's Tuesday. We are coming to the end of February, but you guys are in for a treat tonight. And you were given this link because somebody cares about you. Maybe you've shown an interest in improving your health, improving your life, improving your relationships, improving all the different things that we know we all need to work on, right? But tonight, typically our presentations are really a broad view of what our company Q Sciences does and what we stand for and our product philosophy and our community philosophy, all the foundations that we love to build on. But tonight we're going to really put a magnifying glass on one of our favorite areas of Q Sciences, and I believe one of the faster growing sectors of our business, and it's because of the beautiful couple that's joining us this evening. So I want to just share my screen with you guys to really quickly, whoops, not that screen, hold on. Kimble and I were racing to get some slides together for you guys, so now my computer's overloaded. Hold on just a second. All right, I'm glad people are still coming in. That waiting room is growing. Okay, so Q Sciences, I'm just gonna lay a quick foundation for you guys, and then I'm gonna hand it over to Mr. Kimble and Miss Stacey to really share with you guys their vision for this company and what they're doing. Like I said, we are so blessed to have them, and I'll tell you a little bit more about that in just a minute. So Q Sciences, we are a global business where we offer e-commerce places for those of us like me, who I live in the middle of nowhere in the frozen tundra of Montana, and I get to stay home with my 5 kids and have a global business in over 20 countries, which is absolutely insane. We are always on the cutting edge of technology in the health and wellness sector. We've had 700% growth since 2017. And these two gentlemen right here are who we have to thank for this awesome opportunity to not only change people's lives with our products, with mental health, energy, sleep, weight management, fitness. I mean, we could go on and on and on. But these two gentlemen that you see are probably one of the two most powerful, bold, gentle. Well, one of them's very gentle. They're actually both very amazing. And their main focus is their family, which I absolutely love. And I have to just brag on Mr. Jake Spencer for a minute. I've been traveling around and haven't seen my family much. And when I was at our conference this last weekend, my husband was home super sick, and Mr. Jake Spencer jumped on FaceTime and his wife, Sarah Spencer, to make my husband laugh and stuff. And it's those little things like that. They're not too big for the little things. And I think that that's what makes all the difference in the world with our company. We have a full suite of products. I'm not going to go into these products tonight. We will do that tomorrow night. So if you're really interested in learning more about our hemp and our Q core and things like that, we will go into more detail about that tomorrow night. So meet us at the same link tomorrow, same time. But Tonight, we want to go over something super, super special with you, and it's because of this couple. Now, we've been going for 3 years in Q Sciences, and we've had a product trim, and they're going to tell you about that, and we've done some challenges. We've done detox challenges, things like that. But it wasn't until Mr. Kimble and Miss Stacey Jensen came on the scene and basically, not to no pun intended, transformed our QFit and sector of Q Sciences. Hold on just a second, you guys. I got to make sure that I can unmute them. Okay. So I'm going to have them tell you a little bit about their background. I can tell you right now, they're obviously a beautiful couple, but their hearts are even more beautiful. We got to hang out and have dinner Friday night, and I just love being around them. Of course, we're all from Vegas, so we had that connection, but Stacey has the biggest heart. She was a dancer in Las Vegas, a professional dancer.
Right.
And they both own studios. Stacey owns a cycling studio and Kimble owns his gym. They have certifications just beyond, I can't even go into all their different certifications, but they've taken their expertise and brought it to Q Sciences, and really they've created this massive movement within our company that we're so grateful for. So they're going to share with you guys tonight a challenge that is coming up and all the details surrounding it. So I am so excited to have them on board with us tonight.
Awesome. First, we just want to say hi, Jen. We love you. And hi, everybody. Thank you guys for joining us tonight. We're so excited to be here. We're so excited to be a part of this Q family and just to be growing and learning from them as well. Like Jen said, my name's Stacey. This is Kimble. We met in Las Vegas. I was performing for Cirque du Soleil. I did that for about 10 years, and Kimble played college football. So we have both been, I don't know, I guess, passionate about fitness and moving our bodies. And moving back here to Utah, I opened a cycling studio. Kimble owned a gym for a while. And now together we get to use, each of our strengths to be able to bring something to Q Sciences, which is this QFit program. In January, we launched the new My QFit platform, which is an incredible app that gives a lot of resources too, especially the ambassadors and distributors here at Q, but hopefully to some of you and some new people that might be joining Q in the future. But Kimble's going to tell you guys about the challenge that we're doing that starts in March.
So let's take a look at that the app, the platform really quick, Jen. So cool. Okay, so this is something that we just put together not very long ago, but it just kind of highlights the different features of the platform. And I think it's worth explaining how all this kind of came to be. So Stacey and I started with Q Sciences back in September of last year. So we haven't been here a super long time. And as Stacey said, we've got backgrounds in fitness, and we've both worked personally with people to help them achieve their health and fitness goals. And fitness is something that we've both been passionate about our whole lives, essentially, because it's played a key role in what we've tried to do. But when we were first introduced to Q Sciences, we were actually introduced. Stacey's dad is the head designer for all of the products that we've got. All of the packaging, everything comes from her dad, and his name's Roy, an amazing dude. But he approached me one day. He came over to my gym, and he talked to me about Q Sciences, and I was kind of like, I don't know what that is. I don't know who you guys are, what you do. But he just said, all he said to me, he said, just come over here and meet Jake and Mark, who are the CEO and president. He just come over and meet them. He's like, we have a thing called QFit that we've been kind of messing with for a while now. And really QFit, a lot of it started when everything started shutting down and people were kind of locked in their houses and not able to get out and interact with each other. And so there were some people within the company that started to do these little fitness challenges and different things just on Facebook. And, it became very apparent that there was a demand for that. People were wanting to connect with each other. They were wanting to interact and work on their health, when they were unable to go to the gym and do their normal routine. And so that's where, I kind of came into the picture, and Mark and Jake just said, look, we have an opportunity with this, and we just want to see what you guys will do with it. And that's where this platform kind of came into our minds of, creating something to where, not only can you have workout programs and nutrition programs that are scientifically based and effective, but also it's a place where we can all interact with each other. It's where everyone has access to us as coaches. And there's a lot of other trainers and coaches on there as well that are part of the MyQFit team. But also we can interact with each other, everyone who's working to better themselves, which is us included. Your coaches are working on themselves just as much as anybody else. But it's a place where we can come together and support each other and progress together. And that's one thing that Stacey and I always say is we're passionate about progress. And this app, we actually had a challenge that we launched this app with earlier this year, just in January, only a month ago, and it was a resolution-based challenge. And so, although there was, there were workout programs, there were nutrition plans, and all those things, and a lot of people got really good physical results. Really, the focus was on setting resolutions for the year, strategizing on how to keep those resolutions, well after the challenge and well after the beginning of the year, because we know, a lot of people struggle to maintain that focus, and they don't have the steps in place to keep those things going. And so this platform, like I said, is just, it's as much about personal development and, human progression as it is fitness, right? Which, in my opinion, those things go hand in hand. And so, this platform is it's new, but it's also evolving very quickly. Just as we've been working with everybody and interacting, we've got a couple thousand people on it already, just after the first month. And we're learning how to make it better and better all the time, which has been such a cool experience for us. And so with all of that in mind, we've got a new challenge that's coming up that's going to be one of the biggest challenges of the year. And here's the introduction. Jen can play. Transform. It's not about hating where you are. It's about remembering who you are.
It's about having the courage to make a change.
It's about committing to the disciplined action required to reveal your true potential.
Now is the time to step into your power.
It starts with you.
It starts within. You deserve to unlock your greatness.
Join us today in the largest My QFit challenge of the year and watch yourself transform. Awesome. So cool. So we're heading into summer, right? Summer's right around the corner. And so we wanted to host a transformation challenge. And there's a few unique things about this challenge. And here, this flyer has all of the details for everything. But it's going to start on March 15th and go to April 14th. And for all the international markets, which there are a lot of them, it's starting 1 week after that and then ending a week after. But this transformation challenge, I know that there are a lot of different kind of transformation challenges out there where, weight loss is the focus, or, seeing how skinny you can get, how many inches you can lose, or whatever, which those things aren't necessarily bad things. But I think sometimes we just miss the point. We miss the mark on what the opportunity that we have, during these kinds of challenges. Transform can mean a lot of things. And although in this challenge, we are looking for physical transformations, we're not going to forget about the internal transformations that take place. And in my opinion, you can't have one without the other. To have a real and lasting physical change, it takes a lot of, like I said, internal change. It requires, our habits to change, our routines to change. It requires us to develop discipline and be willing to sacrifice. And so those are things that we'll focus on and make sure that we establish those things throughout the challenge. And another thing about this challenge that's pretty unique is that it's a partner challenge. So everyone's going to be competing in pairs, which in my opinion is what will make this whole thing work, right? I've been in the fitness industry, training people and working with people for about 12 years. And we've done transformation challenges. We've done those kinds of things. And one of the biggest problems I've had with them is that a lot of times when they don't see the results they're wanting after about a week or two, a lot of times they kind of lose hope, right? They'll give up and quit before the results have shown up or they've come, because they feel like they can't win, right? If I can't win the challenge or whatever, they'll stop pushing. And by doing it in a partnership, our hope is that people understand that your contribution matters, your efforts matter, and you've got somebody that you'll be accountable to and that you can work with and encourage and help and receive those things from them as well, to where everyone's going to be judged, I guess, or we're going to be looking for winners as a couple, right? Versus just one person by themselves. And so that's kind of the gist of the challenge. Anything you want to say, Stace?
No. Do you want to tell them how they get in?
Yeah, let's, I think, so next, like I said, with this challenge, so this is one of the biggest challenges of the year. It's going to have one of the biggest prizes of the year, which we're super excited about. I know a lot of times in the past, we've done cash prizes and those kinds of things, and there will be, you know, some smaller cash prizes throughout, but we wanted to do something that was a little bit more special and unique and, you know, fun. And so this is what we came up with. Okay, so this is our very first Red Rock Wellness Retreat, right? And this is something that I've thought about a lot, and this is going to be the first of many. And my plan is to never go to the same place twice. We want to make this thing get bigger and better every single year that we do this. And so, not only is the first place winner going to be able to come to this, but the top 5 partnerships are going to be able to come. So, an all expenses paid. You know, all-inclusive luxury vacation to this beautiful mansion in Snow Canyon, Utah, which will be awesome. There's a private pool,
we're so excited. Private
hot tub. You can see the arcade room, the theater room. I mean, it's going to be such a good time, and it's just going to be full of, you know, fitness, obviously, and then fun. And so this whole thing's going to go down at the end of May. So the place is already booked, right? We're ready to go. May 20th to the 23rd is when this is all going to happen. And so that is what we've got on the line with this challenge, which I think is going to be awesome. And then talking about how to enter into this challenge, guys. So to get into the transformation challenge, we've got our brand new QFit pack, which has a lot of different products in it. So as you can see there on the left, the Q Trim, Ultra Green, Ultra Lean, EQ Chocolate, and Sport Dragonberry. So these are all amazing products by themselves. You know, standalone, they're all really good. But, you know, we put these things together specifically for this transformation challenge because we believe that these products will have the biggest impact on those changes, you know, that we're working for, you know, in tandem with the nutrition programs that we put out and also the workout program that everyone will have access to throughout the challenge. You know, these things will all work together to help us have the biggest transformation in those 30 days. And so to kind of touch on some of these products, I know Jen said tomorrow you guys are going to dive a little deeper into some of these products, but the Q Trim, this is a product that's been around for a long time, and it's one of the most popular products, especially when it comes to trying to change our body composition. It's a great appetite suppressant, fat burner, carb blocker. So it's really good if you're trying to follow a more rigid style of eating. It will support you in all of those things, which is great. And then the other two that I want to touch on, which are actually brand new products. We just launched these last week. So they're brand spanking new, is the Q Ultra Lean and then the Ultra Green. So the Ultra Lean is our first, our first whey isolate product. So it's a protein powder, but it's a whey isolate, which is great for maintaining lean muscle as we try to, you know, lose body fat. It supports protein synthesis, obviously. It's great for post-workout and recovery. Which is a little bit different than the EQ. The EQ has protein as well, but it's a vegan version of protein, which is a plant protein. And you know, there's no doubt that whey is better when it comes to muscle recovery, and it's more of a fitness style of protein. And then the Ultra Greens is an awesome product, and this is actually a beta version of the Ultra Greens. And so this is version 1. And we thought, you know, there's no better place to launch this than with this transformation challenge. And so really we're trying to get it out into your guys' hands to have you test it out, try it, give us your feedback, and then we can make any changes that we feel need to be made based on that feedback. And also the packaging and everything that will change, and it will officially launch after the challenge. And so, these things, like I said, in tandem with a workout program, nutrition program, I mean, there's no way really that you can't, that you're not going to transform and change your bodies.
Yeah.
And it will be something that will last longer than just the 30 days, obviously. And so with the purchase of these packs is how you get into the challenge. And it has to happen before the end of this month, which is the 28th. And I think that's Sunday. But that's the very last day to enter. And then from there, what would happen is we would onboard everybody onto the platform on March 8th. We'd have a full prep week for everyone to make sure that they have everything they need to be successful.
Yeah.
Your pack should get to you and everything. And then we officially start on the 15th of March.
Yeah. There was one question. Do you want to answer? She asked, what do the greens do? I know Jen's going to dive into those products. But you quickly want to touch on
Totally
just the digestive?
Yeah. So there's a couple of things that those greens are great for, which I think there's a reason that we're launching them with the whey protein. So any type of like dark leafy green, like food, right? So let's say like kale or spinach or like the spring mix, those kinds of things. For as long as I can remember, I've always eaten those and with reason, right? Because you're supposed to. But those with protein, so like dark leafy greens, the components that are in those foods in tandem with whey protein actually helps you absorb the protein better.
Mm-hmm.
So you'll digest the protein more thoroughly and you'll absorb it better, which aids in muscle recovery. And also, the greens can be used in a couple different ways, just depending on what you want to do. Obviously, there's a lot of things in those greens that are, things that we're not going to get in our normal diets. Sulforaphane is one of those things. I know Anne's talked a lot about that, but the sulforaphane is an awesome compound. You can Google this, but sulforaphane is an awesome compound that actually aids in anti-aging, which I know is something that's important for a lot of people. And then, cleaning out your system, getting rid of toxins, all those kinds of things.
Yeah.
The greens are great for that, right? Me personally, right? So Stacey and I are both 30 years old together, right? we're each 30 years old, and
the baby.
we're babies, I guess. Yeah. And so, I don't think too much about anti-aging for myself personally, nor do I think about detoxing personally. But the great thing about the greens for me is I know that I'm getting everything I need from those healthy vegetables, right? And all those things that I don't get them in my diet typically. So it's almost like I wouldn't say like an insurance policy, but kind of, sort of, I'm making sure I'm getting that nutrition through that supplement. And it also tastes really good, which I think.
I know. I was going to say,
Yeah.
This is the first time I've ever tasted greens where I don't need to mix it in anything
Right.
else. Kimble does like to mix it with the protein,
I do,
but
yeah.
you can just add water and it tastes amazing. It
It's
has
like
kind of an apple chai cinnamon
Yeah,
flavor, and
yeah.
it's so good.
Super good.
So I think you'll be really impressed
Yeah.
with the flavor. But
So Carlene asked if the greens aren't necessarily considered a detox. They totally can be, right? They totally can be. But I think it's important to understand as well with any kind of supplementation, are you going to be able to detox if you're taking these greens, but also eating at McDonald's every meal, right? Your diet has to support it. We can't be putting toxins in and taking a detox supplement because it's just counterintuitive. So, trying to clean up eating, and with a lot of the meal plans and everything that we've got available on the platform, in tandem with the greens, yes, it will be a detox, right? It'll fortify and amplify, trying to eat better and eating cleaner, and just overall health as well. So that answers that.
I love it. And then it looks like Cheryl wanted to know what the workouts are like. And this is one of my favorite things, you guys. When I got the app, and I've told Kimble this so many times, I am a super busy mom. And the last thing I want to think about is when I get to the gym, okay, what do I do? And I usually came with like a sheet, and I would actually there's a note card that got all sweaty and crumpled up. And the app changed everything for me. The fact that I could sit there and be like, well, what? You had some bicep press or some press in there. I was like, what is that? And the video was right on there. And I'm like, oh, I can do that. And then the fact that I could put in how many pounds I did for each rep, and that tracked it for me. And the fact that I went back to that exercise the next time and it was like, hey, girlfriend, this is what you did. Let's up it a little bit. I was just blown away. And then I went to run and gave my daughter the app, and she finished her workout while I was running on the track, and all she had to do was watch Kimble.
Yeah. Yeah. And so And as you can imagine, the build out of this thing has been intense,
Oh my
right?
God.
But
Yeah.
that's really the goal, and is to have, to provide everything that anyone would ever need to be successful, right? In the gym and working out. And we have a variety of different programs. Some are home based, strictly just body weight. Some are lower impact than others. We have one of the programs that's probably the most popular. One of the most popular is called Q Select, and this is kind of an on-demand style program where we have a variety of different kinds of exercise. We have cardio, dance, fitness. We have Pilates, yoga, bar, HIIT workouts at home. But that one's been so great for people who just aren't able to get to the gym, either because they're busy or just because the gyms are still closed where they're at. And so they're able to, do all those things at home. And like you said, track their progress. We've got videos for every single exercise. And also, like I said, we're available 24/7 on that thing. So I've had a ton of people text me in their workout, right? They'll shoot me a message saying, "Hey, I don't have this piece of equipment, what can I do?" And I'm able to send them a video right back, or, we can have a conversation. And so I think that's what makes this app different than almost any fitness app that I've ever seen out there, is just the connection to trainers, but also
Yeah.
just the community aspect. Most fitness type apps out there are just, it's a machine, it's software,
Yeah.
but there's no human piece to it. So
There's so much value in that coaching. Like that's, you would be paying big bucks to have Kimble and
Yeah.
Stacey and their entire team at your fingertips like that. It's massive. And I think even now more than ever, we have a little bit more access to you than we will in 6 months. I have no doubt.
Yeah.
And so it's like, take advantage of it now, because Kimble and Stacey Jensen and their baby won't be as accessible to us like this, because it's such a special time right now at the rollout of this program.
Definitely. And that's a big part of why we've been trying to grow the team, and we have been growing the team. And you guys will be able to meet a lot of those people in the challenge. We have one of our good friends, and she's an amazing nutritionist, and her background's in CrossFit. But her name is Jenny Franson. And everyone that we've brought on, they're not strangers to us. They're people that we trust. We know that they'll take care of everybody. And not to say that we're not available all the time. We will be. But we're bringing A players in that will be able to help carry the load, because as thousands of people hop on this thing, obviously, we won't be able to respond to thousands of people every single day. But that's where, building that team comes into play. And that's something that we're excited about and committed to. I don't think, we're never going to let, a couple of things, right? I'm having a lot of thoughts. I'm sorry. I do this every time. We're committed to having that human element interaction be consistent, no matter how big we get.
Yeah.
Right. Because to me, that's the magic.
Yeah.
Right. That is the bread and butter of this thing. You can Google a workout program, right? You can do that. But, having instruction, having help, having support, having encouragement, all those kinds of things are something that you can't Google those things, right? You can't Google that. And so that's something that I'm very committed to providing. I know Stacey is too. We all are. And then I forgot the second thing, so maybe it doesn't matter.
I have something
so
to
much.
say. So I was just kind of going along with the workouts and the programs. Of course, the workouts that we are providing for this Transform Challenge are going to aid in changing your body composition. They're meant to help you and to make a change, but you do not have to do any of it. If you have a way that you enjoy working out most, or you can find the biggest physical, mental, emotional transformation, you can do that. But we will still be here on that communication side, supporting you and chatting with you. And if you have questions or whatever, we will be there. Because there are some people that like to eat a specific way, especially when they are doing a transformation challenge. But the app is there for you, and we created the meals and the workouts to go along specifically with this challenge to help you make the biggest change.
Yeah,
I love it. So you purchase the pack and you get the app for free.
Yes.
And then tell us a little bit about the meal options. I have been loving the low carb, high protein.
Yeah.
It just works for me, and it's easy and it's healthy. Tell me a little bit about those options.
So with this challenge coming up, we're going to have all of those options. So the last challenge we had, I think 5 different options, 5 different meal plans that people could choose from. There was a family friendly style meal plan. There was low calorie, high protein. There was a high calorie, high protein. There was a vegan and a gluten free. right? And all of those were they were right around 2,000 calories. And we did a lot of, we did a lot of content and things helping people understand how to manipulate those numbers in order to reach your specific goals, right? Because it's not, there's not one calorie range that works for every single person. And so we did a lot of that. And with this challenge coming up, we are going to have a very specific meal plan that we recommend, right? But like Stacey said, it's not, you don't have to do it, right? We're not judging you on how well you follow our meal plan. That's just what we'll suggest to get the best results. And that one, the way that's going to work is we're going to have the first 2 weeks will be a specific meal plan. And then the last 2 weeks, it's going to be similar meal plan, but we're tightening it up a little bit. We're going to crank down a little bit on that second half of the challenge just to make sure that we're finishing strong.
Yeah.
And then one thing that we haven't talked about much to anybody yet, but we're working on developing essentially a nutrition guide, which everybody on the app is going to get.
Wow.
Everybody on the app is going to get. And what that's going to do is it's going to provide a lot of, nothing that's overly complicated, but a lot of really good information and education on how to use the meal plans to suit you best, right?
Yeah.
Depending on what your goals are, depending on your limitations or your abilities, all those different things, you'll be able to understand how to manipulate those things to work for you. And this is what I was going to say earlier. It is something that's super important to us. And one issue that I've had with a lot of fitness challenges, since they've been a thing, is a lot of times it's just like a flash in the pan. Like people will get results and then they'll go back to what they were doing before and lose everything they've gained. Mm-hmm. And what is the point of that? Right. There's not a point to that. And so, one thing that we really focus on the platform itself is we've got things, obviously we have everything between challenges, right? That's not all we do, but we would consider ourselves failures if people came in, got results, and then didn't know what to do after that, or they lost everything they gained, right? That's not, our focus is on helping people improve their lifestyles, improve their futures, right? And so
I think that's my biggest fear usually when it comes to transformation challenges, or that I get hesitant because it's like an instant, maybe you lose a bunch of weight or you make a big change, but is it realistic? Can you eat like this forever? Or can you look like this forever? And so more than anything, Kimble and I just want to really help you guys learn habits and do things to create a lifestyle. So yes, it's a transformation challenge and we want to have big results in 30 days. And I think that will be amazing. And holding on to maybe that amount of weight loss won't be realistic forever. But I hope that during those 30 days, you do learn some habits and some things from us, or from the nutrition guides, or from the workouts that you will take on into your daily life to just improve yourself moving forward.
Yeah.
Love it.
No question.
That's huge. Okay. So quick question about the partnership.
Okay.
Let's say you have a super fit spouse.
Yeah.
And yet you have a lot of work to do and your partners. Mm-hmm. So how does that work with, like, if they don't have tons of transformation from a physical standpoint, but one partner does, obviously if you have one partner that doesn't do anything, they're going to get judged out. But if you're starting out with someone that's super fit, like how does some of those go?
So I want to say one thing. Great. So I think something I just want to make sure everyone understands is that this is not the Biggest Loser, right? This is not a weight loss challenge. It's a transformation challenge. And being married to someone who is super fit, and I'm over here pregnant and,
and beautiful,
going to have a lot of adjustments to make after this. But I'm like, both of us constantly have transformations that we want to happen. And a lot of times that's for Kimble putting on muscle, that's getting bigger, that's changing his body. And I think even from photos in 30 days, we would both see physical changes.
Yeah, that's great.
You just have to tailor them to what that person is trying to do. So if he's trying to put on muscle, and then we're going to work on different meal plans, and he's probably going to train a little differently than I am if I'm trying to lean out or whatnot. So
love it.
There will be transformations. It's just, what are your goals? And it's going to look a little bit different for everyone. And I think that will be awesome in a partnership. Because you can just really be each other's cheerleader and push each other. If one is trying to lose weight, one's trying to gain weight, or maybe if one just doesn't have that much of a change to make. I think that they will though. I just
Yeah.
really do, because I think we all have, something, and that might even be more of a mental and emotional change and
Exactly.
transformation that we all see.
Yeah.
And we will notice those things.
Yeah.
With the little challenges we'll do throughout the 30 days, we're going to see if you are changing from the inside out. And so those things will be noticeable as well as the pictures, of course.
Yeah.
Well, I am so excited, you guys. I'm like pumped up to start this. And I know a lot of us have been working on our before pictures. Like we're really making sure that those.
Yeah, that's great.
So I am just gonna close us up, you guys, and thank you so much, Kimble and Stacey, for joining us. You guys, if you liked what you saw here tonight and you have someone in mind that you want to be your partner and you want to bring more people into it, they are going to be joining us Thursday night as well, same time. So let's double that Zoom with your partners and really explode this thing. And I know in the end, at least in Montana, we see no sunshine. We have not been getting out as much, and summertime is coming. And so I feel like this is such a beautiful time to really set that foundation for being active and wearing shorts and all that good stuff. So I just so appreciate your guys' time. So you guys, we're just going to close up. Q Sciences is definitely, there's an opportunity attached to those products. And we're in a momentum phase right now with the company, which is so exciting. And a lot of it is due to Kimble and Stacey and so many of the people that are coming in. So if you want to know more about that, really right now it's $40 for your enrollment kit, and that opens up your own e-commerce business. And so if you're here tonight and you're thinking, that actually would be really, really cool. I'm super passionate about health and wellness. I'm all about this transformation challenge. And now I can make a referral income while I'm helping people. Like, this is the perfect time to get started, because then you can turn around, get your pack as your enrollment. And then you can turn around and invite other people to join you in this transformation challenge, and then move on from there. And it keeps multiplying from there. So it's a super awesome opportunity to jump in and start your own business and make some income on the side, and really meet. You can tell Kimble and Stacey they are amazing. And that's how our entire staff and corporate executives are. Everybody wants the best for you in your family, in your faith, in your finances, in your fitness. It's an all-encompassing culture of wanting everyone to get better in all those areas. So if that's something that interests you, please make sure you talk to the person that invited you. I'd love to meet with you privately and see if this is a reality for you. If you work full-time and you want to do this part-time, I would love to chat with you and kind of map that out and see if that's realistic. So love you guys. Thank you so much for jumping on tonight. And again, Kimble and Stacey, give that baby a little rub. And yes, we'll see you guys Thursday night.
Okay. Bye, guys.
Bye.